Today Hoda Kotb uncovers dreams were killed by malignant growth. Presentation. Today show co-anchor Hoda Kotb has for quite some time been a wellspring of motivation for some watchers, known for her elevating soul and flexibility despite difficulty. Be that as it may, in a profoundly private and close-to-home disclosure, Hoda as of late focused on how her life was significantly different by her fight with malignant growth. In a genuine fragment on Today, Hoda shared how her fantasies were killed by malignant growth, uncovering the aggravation and the change she went through her excursion with the illness. 1. Hoda's fight with malignant growth. Analysis and shock. Startling news: Hoda Kotb was determined to have bosom disease in 2007. The news came as a shock to her, particularly as she was in the prime of her profession and had consistently driven a sound way of life. In the same way as others who get such a determination, Hoda was not ready for the profound and actual cost the sickness would take on her. Confronting reality: getting a malignant growth finding is a life-changing second for anybody. For Hoda, it implied confronting an unforgiving reality that her life could change definitely. She needed to wrestle with the trepidation, vulnerability, and the prompt change in her needs and point of view. The battle of her life. Going through treatment, Hoda went through a medical procedure and a mastectomy, trailed by reconstructive medical procedure. The medicines were overwhelming and negatively affected her body and brain. In spite of the actual aggravation and close-to-home weariness, not entirely set in stone to battle the sickness with all that she had. Close-to-home roller coaster. The excursion through disease treatment is frequently depicted as a roller coaster of feelings. For Hoda, this was the same. She encountered dread, trouble, outrage, and a profound feeling of misfortune for the existence she once knew. However, through everything, she kept a feeling of trust and flexibility, decided not to allow malignant growth to characterize her. 2. The fantasies that were killed. A change in needs. Re-examining life objectives. Before her finding, Hoda had dreams and objectives that were regular of numerous aggressive experts. She was centered around propelling her vocation, venturing to the far corners of the planet, and encountering life without limit. Be that as it may, disease constrained her to reconsider what really made a difference to her. Loss of control. Malignant growth has an approach to causing individuals to feel like they've let completely go over their lives. For Hoda, the sickness implied requiring a considerable lot of her fantasies to be postponed, and at times, letting them go completely. The feeling of control she once had over her future was abruptly stripped away, supplanted by vulnerability and dread. Another viewpoint on life. Relinquishing old dreams. In her new disclosure, Hoda talked about how disease killed a portion of her fantasies. She needed to relinquish specific yearnings and grapple with the way that her life wouldn't unfurl the manner in which she had imagined. This course of giving up was difficult and loaded up with distress. Tracking down new dreams. In spite of the deficiency of her old dreams, Hoda found new ones right after her disease process. She found new reason in her life, zeroing in on the things that really made a difference to her, like her well-being, her family, and her job in helping other people who are confronting comparable fights. 3. The effect of malignant growth on Hoda's vocation and individual life. Changes in vocation. Another way to deal with work. Before disease, Hoda was known for her persevering hard-working attitude and her aspiration. Nonetheless, after her determination, she started to diversely move toward her profession. She focused on significant undertakings and stories that resounded with her on a more profound level, and she turned out to be more particular about the valuable open doors she sought after. Involving her foundation for good, Hoda likewise perceived the force of her foundation as a columnist and a well-known individual. She started utilizing her voice to bring issues to light about malignant growth and to advocate for early recognition and treatment. Her story roused numerous watchers and assisted with diminishing the disgrace around disease. Self-awareness and connections. Fortifying bonds. Disease has an approach to uniting individuals. For Hoda, her excursion through the illness reinforced her associations with her family, companions, and partners. She figured out how to rest on her friends and family for help and tracked down comfort in their presence. A renewed purpose for getting up in the morning, Hoda's fight with disease gave her another appreciation forever. She started to live more at the time and to treasure consistently. This new viewpoint assisted her with zeroing in on the main thing and to relinquish the things that as of now not served her.